Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Hearts of Iron for the TNO mod as the Kingdom of England. And where we left off, we managed to successfully help the Union of South Africa in their conquest, in their mission towards fighting the African republics, the German African republics. For some reason, they're still getting support from the Germans, but our support has kind of just been told that we're not allowed to be there. We've kind of been pushed out of the picture, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. But for the most part, we contributed, we helped take the land for them, and now it's just a matter of moving forward and progressing. Speaking of which, I do want to have a look at my options. I do want to expand my tech as much as I can where I can. It's just, I need to have a look around, because I can do tier 3s. Ooh, okay, I can do tier 3 supports. And then we've also got helicopter support and everything as well. Aircraft, I should probably get up to date a little bit as well. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go for the Gloucester Javelin. Give me the Javi so we can upgrade our airfields or aircraft. So that's all up to date and ready to go. Because I feel like things are going to be a little bit spicy dicey soon. Because although we're nowhere near finishing our tree yet, there's still a lot to do. And I'm hoping I'm going to do a lot of stuff off camera today and a few cuts here and there to try and get most of this stuff done. So that all we've got left to do are the acts here, there, and everywhere. And obviously, if a major event pops up, I will take note of it. But I want to try and get through this tree as much as possible, because we're, what, at episode 21, 22 now? And I'm not where I want to be. I want to be so much further ahead. I feel like we haven't made much progress. Like, yeah, we did the Civil War, and we got through that, and that was a bit of a, you know, a struggle bus. You know, yeah, we've helped out here, but, like, Germany's out here conquering all over the place and rebuilding the German Empire. And it's just like, but bro, what do I do? What do you want me to do? So I'm literally going to wait till these guys come out of Africa, get sent home. We've got our checklist to do. This is already maxed out, so that's all fine and dandy. The moderate power, we control it. They can't throw a tantrum, which is great. Yeah, I just need to do research and get through these trees. And again, if anything notable pops up, I'll let you guys know. And there is a new conflict to turn our attention to, and that is Mr. Charles de Gaulle over here is leading Free France in a war against Cameroon. Now, Cameroon were the ones who declared the war, but it is France's own faction. If I can bring up the faction map here. It's the West African Alliance. I've completely butchered that. Okay. West African Alliance versus the Pan-African Liberation Front. Now, the question is, who's going to come out on top? I do not know. That is a very good question. As it seems right now, Dahomey is getting eaten by Ghana. I'm not entirely sure what the French are doing. I'd very much like to hope that they've got... Have they got focuses, France? No, they do not. Okay. Maybe if they had focuses, this would be obviously a lot of an easier time for the French, but it's not looking too hot. It's not looking too great for the French. I wonder if they can survive. We probably might. I've got a feeling the Americans might drag us in and make us be volunteers again. I'm getting the vibe. I'm getting the volunteer vibe. Taking another look over here at the whole French issue as well. It's looking like they might be able to turn it around. Niger's grown, but Dahomey is slowly but surely kind of surviving. They've managed to bring it back from Ghana. And over here, Wallofia is also getting involved and helping. Now, I do wonder if they can turn it around. The Free French, I don't even know what their numbers are. What are their numbers? What are they rocking? 15 divs. And what about the Cameroonians? 12. Okay, yeah, I can see the French maybe turning this around, but the question is, what happens after? How do they turn this around? What is the after effect? Do they just puppet Cameroon and turn them as a new member of the faction? Or is it going to be like a new giant shift in the West African dynamic? I'm also trying to work my way around these. So I've literally been pumping and pumping and pumping these things out, right? And it made no difference. This was on 7, that was on 9, that was on 2. I pumped out a new station and it stayed the same. Oh, no, never mind. That's just gone up to 20 right before my eyes. How? Why? Is it because of this? No, I don't think so. Why has it happened? I don't know. All I know is that my civvy factories are going good. Once that gets there, I can finally get some more mill factories so I can start making equipment again. Because that's a very good thing. I like equipment. I like it when I can build things. Building things is great. And we have ourselves a new event. Where do we place the Whigs? The Whig faction is a bit of the Whig faction is a bit of a conundrum. On one hand, their support is needed to keep things running in Parliament, and their positions are often close to the ones Jellicoe holds in private. On the other hand, they sometimes end up causing friction with the Conservative faction of the party. So, what do we do with them? Give them a boost, keep them where they are. I suppose we'll just keep them where they are. and then at the same time go on to do the next focus, which is convince the swing voters, because this isn't a big issue. Like, it's not a big issue. Like, they've gone up, what, 3 and 4? It's not a big issue. I hold the reins. There's nothing to worry about. All is good. All is good. The only thing that's lacking is my reading ability. I'm slurring my words. Is it because I'm tired? Is it because I need coffee? Maybe. Maybe both. Who knows? And it is time for yet another event. Compromising. Foreign Secretary St. John Stavros looked up from his desk as the Prime Minister hurriedly walked in and shut the door behind him. "What's the problem, George?" he asked. Jellicoe looked at him and said, "There's a problem, Foreign Minister. My friends have heard rumours that threaten to upend your position. That you might be a homosexual." Jellicoe's eyes grew wide. Stavros chuckled and said, "Well, I always wondered how long it would take you lads to find out, and I assure you, Prime Minister, what you heard is correct." Jellicoe was aghast. "Norman, what the absolute fuck are you doing? Jesus Christ, the electoral consequences of this. Why are you so calm about this?" "George, lots of politicians have things they would rather keep under wraps. Things that everyone knows but nobody says. If everyone spoke up about little infractions, it would bring down the bloody government. If, for example, someone knows that I like other men and I know they're boozing it up with call girls, we both can live and let live, can't we?" Jellicoe's blood went cold and Stavros knew he proved his point. "Let's not let this become an issue, Prime Minister. Listen, right? Can we just have a moment, right? Stavros being gay is cool. There's nothing bad about it. You want to make an issue about politics? You've only got to look as far as modern politicians. The whole government is filled with kiddie fiddlers. What do you need? You know what I mean? It's oh, dearie me. I tell you. It's not a big deal, Stavros. Chill. Powell, on the other hand, he might have something under the wraps. And here we go. It's time to see what's under the rug of Powell. Powell's unique characteristic. We must be mad, literally mad, as a nation to be permitting the annual inflow of thousands of dependents, who are for the most part the material of the future growth of the immigrant descent population. In these circumstances, nothing will suffice but that the total inflow for settlement should be reduced at once to negligible proportions, especially when taking into consideration that the alien element in question carries with it the Eastern Orthodox religion, totally abhorrent to the well-established institution of Anglican dominance in our country. Yeah, no, it's time to yank Powell's chain. Yeah, Powell, he didn't hide his opinions, to say the least. Okay, I'm going to remember. I don't want to do this focus though, because I need the political power to do other focuses. Like, wait, hold on. Gets the event dinner party. Okay, the Housing Act and the Lords Act both need political power. I'm not going to do anything with them just now, but I will do a Party United and what to do with foreign jobs, and then I'll do a free world. But the others, I need political power, and I do not have that right now. So, hopefully, emphasis on the hopefully, we can be all happy and dandy. It's not like I need political power or anything. Totally not. And here we go, the dinner party for a Party United. "I couldn't even believe it," exclaimed Powell. "I look at my file and there's only 3 or 4 pages on me. And at the end, the knob who wrote it put unimportant. Just unimportant. Can you believe that?" Stavros laughed as he took a bite of his meat pie. "I haven't looked at my file, but somebody told me it wasn't much either." "It's absurd," declared Powell. "I went to Africa, India, and England in military intelligence back in the World War, and I never saw combat. I signed up for the rebellion, take part in the Civil War, and never see combat either. And now I hear that even if we lost, the bloody collabs wouldn't have even shot me? From what I hear, Wingate was awfully tempted to do that back in India," remarked Auchinleck, prompting Sterling to snort. Everybody at the dinner table was happy, and so was Jellicoe. It seemed like all this hard work has paid off. The NDL was now united, and everyone was getting along just fine. Good! That's what we want. Because a few focuses back ago, where was it? Up here, it was, yeah, the original party started to become a bit of a mess, didn't it? Okay, right, well, that's done. That's awesome. Now, I'm going to push down here and do with the free world, which will decrease immigration, but it will give us stability and political power, which I do like. I like that a lot. And then once that's done, we'll be able to do one of the Housing Acts. I think it's the Housing Act. Is it the Housing Act? I think it's the Housing Act. No, it's not. It's the Lords Act. Ah, the Housing Act. There we go. I was right. And it's event time once more. A question of foreign versus home jobs. Recently, Parliament has been embroiled in debate on whether the new government should prioritise the growth of foreign or domestic jobs. Opinions on what direction to take has split the NDL down factional lines. Okay, Right, for the good of England, we must open ourselves to new opportunities, which will grant us miscellaneous costs. Or England should always place their own needs over the profits of others. Inflation will increase. Our GDP will grow. I mean, the GDP growing is probably for the best, right? Inflation's not so good, but we can bring that down, right? So let's do this. Let's do that. I feel like that's probably the best shout. And then we'll move over here onto the Housing Act. Yeah, and then after the Housing Act is done, we've only got 2 more focuses to do, and then this whole major part of the tree is done. And I obviously can go through the military stuff, but I'm kind of worried because I don't know if this is going to give me a new tree after. I'm going to try it. I'm going to chance it. We'll have a look. Right, Housing Act. Let's move. But what I will say, guys, is thank you very much for watching. This is where I'm going to end today's episode. A lot of interesting things has happened in today's episode, although there wasn't a lot of action like there has been over the last 2 when we were dealing with South Africa. But today we had France taking on Cameroon. It seems like the French are going to come out on top on that. And we finished a few focuses. You know, we've managed to unify the party properly. We've managed to crack down and decide what we're doing on trade. Everything is slowly but surely coming together, which is fantastic. It's just a matter of what happens next. Next episode, I feel like it's going to be the one where we find out what happens next. You know, we're going to be doing the democratic England into the future. I am going to save, although I don't like necessarily doing it, I am going to save scum. And what I mean by that is, in next episode, after we've done New Phase, after we've done Housing Act, after we've done Lords Act, before we complete democratic England, I'm going to save scum, okay? Just in case I do that and it gets rid of this tree. Because if it does, I lose out on all of the bonuses that I could get by doing the military stuff. So, I will play it safe and I will play it cautiously. You never know what's going to happen, but for the most part, things have gone fairly well. Again, thank you very much for watching though, guys. Again, if you did enjoy, just drop a like. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next episode. Ta-da!